Live from WTVO 17 and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
A Freeport family suffers through 2 fires in 2 weeks. The latest killed 1 man this morning. Firefighters investigate what caused the flames. Healthcare workers are under increased stress as they fight the COVID-19 pandemic on the front line. A doctor outlines options to help improve hospital staff's mental health. Plus, an Ogle County woman spending the holiday season in a hospital bed. Her mom explains how you can help grant her Christmas wish. Good evening, I'm Eric Wilson. Mimi Murphy is off tonight. 1 man is dead after an early morning fire in Freeport. It's the second fire this family has experienced in 2 weeks. Ari Bruckman joins us in the studio. Ari, does the fire department suspect foul play?
Eric, as of now, Freeport Fire Chief Brad Legit tells me they're not looking at this fire as suspicious. It started just after midnight, around 12:30 this morning on South Kenwood Avenue near Adams. When firefighters got on scene, both the first and second floors of the house were on fire. 1 person was trapped inside and died on the scene. This is actually the second fire this family has had in 9 days. Their apartment caught fire last Tuesday. Chief Legit says while they haven't determined the cause, they are different.
We have some idea of where our conclusion could come to as to the origin and cause of this fire. Definitely not the same. There may be similar contributing factors that would be revealed through the investigation. But under the circumstances, the 2 fires are not related in any way.
No one else was hurt. We're told the family is staying with other family members right now. Eric?
Thanks, Ari. The Illinois teenager charged in a deadly shooting during a protest in Wisconsin is headed for a trial. Kyle Rittenhouse appeared with his lawyer via Zoom for a preliminary hearing today. The 17-year-old is accused of killing 2 men in an August shooting that stemmed from the Jacob Blake protests in Kenosha. He told police he fired the weapon in self-defense while guarding a business. Rittenhouse lives in Antioch, Illinois. He turned himself in to police in Antioch a day after the shootings on August 26th. Rittenhouse has been free on $2 million bond since the end of November. A Winnebago County Sheriff promotion may be a first, but the person on the receiving end hopes it isn't the last. Tammy Stanley is the first woman deputy chief in department history. We told you last month when she got the job. Dylan Srocky spent some time with Deputy Chief Stanley today. Coming up at 6, she shares what she thinks her promotion means for others who may follow in her footsteps. Illinois' coronavirus death toll inches toward 13,000. That's after 192 additional deaths are reported, including 18 patients in our region. Health officials say some of that data was delayed due to the holiday weekend. Just under 11,000 new positives logged today brings the Illinois total to nearly 760,000 cases since the start of the pandemic. The head of the Illinois Health Department, Dr. Ngozi Ezike, says the CDC has reduced the recommended quarantine length for those exposed to the disease from 14 days to 10. Federal relief for families and businesses struggling to stay afloat during the pandemic could be on the way. A growing number of lawmakers on Capitol Hill are rallying behind a $908 billion compromise plan. D.C. correspondent Raquel Martin has more as the deadline to strike a compromise looms closer. She's keeping you connected to the nation's capital.
I'm encouraged.
Missouri Democratic Congressman Lacey Clay says he's ready to pass a new COVID relief compromise.
So this will get us to the end of January at least, especially as far as the unemployment benefits are concerned, the small businesses.
A bipartisan group of lawmakers introduced the more than $900 billion plan this week. And now Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, and President Trump have signaled they're ready to make it work.
Do you support the $900 billion? And I think they're getting very close, and I want it to happen.
Right now, the clock is ticking to get something done. Items like eviction protections and extended unemployment benefits are set to expire by the end of the month.
We can do this.
Thursday, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell signaled support for a deal, but still suggested his smaller $500 billion offer is the better option.
Compromise is within reach.
Iowa Republican Senator Chuck Grassley also prefers the smaller option.
I believe that $900 billion is still more than we need to do to help the people that need the help.
but I wouldn't say no to that right now.
But Missouri Republican Josh Hawley says he's concerned neither plan includes a second round of direct payments for families.
I think it is absolutely vital. We did that earlier this year. I think it was one of the most effective pieces of the relief package.
Lawmakers have only 6 working days left to strike a deal. In Washington, Raquel Martin.
An Illinois hospital system says the pandemic is prompting healthcare workers to report significantly higher levels of depression, anxiety, and concern about their own health. OSF healthcare administrators say reduced staffing because of a surge in community spread of COVID-19 has put added pressure on many employees. OSF behavioral health specialist Dr. Sam Sears says the need to make sure medical professionals are physically and mentally fit is a big part of their job.
It really is an ethical directive at the end of the day for people to take care of themselves when they're caring for others, because otherwise they're not going to be able to sustain that, keep that up, and provide the level of care that others need.
Sears says OSF and many other health systems offer online behavioral tools to help employees navigate difficult times. An Ogle County woman asks for one thing this Christmas: cards. 24-year-old Whitney Fritz was born with curvatures to the spine. That caused her left lung not to form. 5 years ago this month, she went into respiratory failure. Doctors didn't think she would make it. Her mom put out a plea asking for Christmas cards to read to Whitney while in the hospital. Whitney got 5,000 cards from around the world. This year, the family hopes to double that,
so that she can really enjoy it this time herself and open every card herself and just get that feeling of love from around the world, you know, and people that are taking a different light on something, because 2020 has just been so crazy this year.
You can send a card to Whitney Fritz at her home in Byron. We have the address in this story on mystateline.com. State Line organization helping children in the family court system receives a Giving Tuesday surprise. Earlier this week, a Winnebago County CASA team member was checking the program's mailbox. They discovered an anonymous donation. The gift was for $30,000. CASA program director Jaleesa Bonnarant says the donation's even more helpful than normal. The pandemic's really impacted fundraising events.
On average, one of our events may come in right around $30,000 or a little over. So yeah, not only does it take place of an event that we may have had this year, but it's very serendipitous how everything just kind of came together this week.
Bondurant says the money will help add a much-needed part-time staff member to the CASA team. If you're looking to adopt a puppy while staying at home, make sure any offer you respond to is legit. The Better Business Bureau warns about a recent spike of quarantine puppy scams. People advertise on websites for animals that don't exist or are never delivered.
Scammers follow the news, and this is the news that people are home. They are looking for something, well, frankly, to keep themselves happy and occupied. Because they are home, it's the perfect time to train a pet.
To avoid these scams, don't buy or adopt a pet without seeing it in person. Avoid wiring money or using a cash app or gift card. And consider reaching out to a local animal shelter.
Now, your first warned weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
See King at WTVO.com. That's where you can share your Christmas pictures. Thanks to everyone who has sent those in. I'll continue to show them over the next couple of weeks. Our weather watcher, Sandy, down in the Kirkland-Fairdale area, sharing this picture. House gorgeous, decorated with the lights, and you can even see the Christmas tree there in the window. Sandy, thank you so much for that. Jennifer sharing this picture. She said they decided this year to decorate the Christmas tree red, white, and blue in dedication to her husband, who has been overseas but is coming back for Christmas this year. They haven't seen him since the beginning of the year, so I'm so happy for the Morales family who will be able to celebrate all together. And Andy, Lisa, and AJ down in Oregon shared this picture. It's the Christmas M&Ms. You can't go wrong with that. All of those M&Ms, that's gorgeous. So guys, thank you so much for your photos. Again, cking@WTVO.com. Things are pretty quiet for us this evening. Next couple of days, you got to get out, you got to do some things. Should be fine with that. We'll see temperatures fall just a little bit here as we go into the weekend. 34 in Freeport, 38 in Rockford, 31 in Belvedere, and 33 our temperature in Rochelle. It's been a little breezy with that westerly wind, so the wind chill's been pushed down a bit, and we'll hang on to that breeze as we go through the night tonight. 37, that's what our weather watcher Bob here in Rockford is checking in with. 28, that dew point number coming up. So we're seeing a little bit more moisture come in. We're not quite as dry as what we were earlier in the week. And with that, we've had some clouds. Actually had some thick cloud cover this morning. Weak system kind of passing through, but because there wasn't a lot of moisture down at the surface, we really didn't have anything other than the cloud cover from that. Now we'll see a few more clouds from time to time, but there is another system up to the north, and that will slide through during the afternoon tomorrow. So that does bring back the cloud cover for tomorrow afternoon. But again, we are going to be dry. Now we're starting off with sunshine tomorrow. Temperatures in the 20s. Winds again will be a little more on the breezy side. By about 1, 2 o'clock, you'll start to notice some of that cloud cover moving in from the north. Once we get those clouds, our wind is then going to shift to the north, and that'll stay with us during the night on Friday. Sunshine again to start us off with on Saturday. Another clipper system coming in though Saturday night into Sunday. Now this one has a little bit more moisture, so we could actually see some flurries from that as we go throughout the day on Sunday. This is kind of what we've got going on in the jet stream. Big ridge of high pressure out over the west. We've got this dip in the jet stream here across the western Great Lakes, tied into an area of low pressure east of Hudson Bay. So within that flow, we get these quick clipper systems. First one coming through tomorrow, next one coming through Sunday afternoon. And that's the one that could bring us a few flurries. But overall, the chance really for measurable precipitation, whether in the form of rain or snow, looks to stay pretty limited. 41 for tomorrow afternoon, so temperatures down just a bit from where we were today. Mostly cloudy by midday. Upper 30s, low 40s going into the weekend. But Eric, those temperatures, they'll warm back into the mid and even upper 40s once we head towards the middle to end of next week.
Now, the Napleton Sports Desk with David Greenberg.
Last night, the 5th-ranked Illini men's basketball team fell to the 2nd-ranked Baylor Bears 82-69. The score isn't entirely indicative of how close this game really was. At halftime, Baylor had just a 1-point lead, but the Illini let it slip away in the final 10 minutes of the contest. Head coach Brad Underwood said they were in the game, they just couldn't get the stops they needed.
We couldn't get the stop we needed. We messed up a couple ball screen coverages that let them get a couple easy looks. We would score, and then they would come down and score. And again, they controlled that. And first half, they didn't get any of those looks.
There's no question James Robinson has taken the NFL by storm. From a loaded rookie class, Robinson is holding his own. In fact, he's doing more than just that. He's cementing himself as one of the premier players in the league. From undrafted to potential Pro Bowler, even Rookie of the Year, those accolades are becoming very real. But the Rockford native isn't letting himself think too far ahead.
Coming in, I didn't really think too far ahead about any of that, but I knew what I could do, and it was just getting an opportunity to do that. So, no, I don't think about it. It's the same thing with the Pro Bowl. Coming in, I didn't think about any of that. The biggest thing for me was to get on the field and to show what I could do and that I could play.
There's a couple of meaningful games in the Big Ten this weekend, particularly up in Madison, where the 16th ranked Badgers host the 12th ranked Indiana Hoosiers. Another game is down in Champaign. They're trying to the Badgers, are trying to bounce back after a couple weeks removed from their loss at Northwestern. Down in Champaign, the Illini host the 19th ranked Iowa Hawkeyes. Wisconsin coach Paul Christ said he has a lot of respect for what the Hoosiers have done to turn their program around.
Very well coached team. Have a lot of respect for their coaches and their players. You can see them playing with confidence, and you know, when you watch them, they're playing good football. They're doing the things that you have to do to win games.
That's it for sports. We'll be right back.
Our first WARN interactive radar brought to us by Rockford Auto Glass and More will stay pretty quiet. We do get a little more cloud cover though as we go through the afternoon tomorrow. That'll hold temperatures down again just a little from where we were today, up to 41 for tomorrow afternoon, 40 on Saturday. We start off with some sunshine, a bit more cloud cover. Could see a couple of flurries flying on Sunday, but back into the 40s next week.
Thank you, Candace. Stay safe.